a table. Paralyzed by pairwise tights, then it's his to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice and woes of life. Love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, focus reflected. Often mirrors a pit, click, running from ear to ear. Craving and rating the grain, rekindle the flame. Close as she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and today it is Wednesday, so you guess what? It is Wings Wednesday. Wings Wednesday. That means we're at Ned's Starlite Lounge, enjoying ourselves, getting ready to have some wings. Well, I call it wings and rings, because if you haven't had their onion rings, then that's on you. You need to come out here and try it. It's fantastic. Love the rings and Wings Wednesday, but wings are $1.50 for wings, and the rings are the rings. So they are, it's well worth it. If you haven't been here, they are located at 7301 North May, just north of 63rd, south of Wilshire, right there on Britton Road, or south of Wilshire, I guess, basically, or Grand Boulevard, just right there. You cannot miss it. It is fantastic. They're closed on Mondays, but they're open Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Thursdays and Fridays, they're open from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. And then, of course, Saturdays for brunch, they're open from 10:30 to 2 a.m. And then Sundays, 10:30 till 3. And they also are available for catering. If you want to come, you see the number is right there if you want to cater. Hey, I'm just telling you this. Their food is fantastic. He catered my 60th birthday or whatever. He catered for my 60th birthday. It was fantastic. Cannot believe that you missed it. If you did go, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was fantastic. Had it at Cats. I want to thank Cats Tavern for hosting my birthday. It was fantastic. Remember, Thursdays they have fried chicken, liver, and gizzards. Now, every Thursday. Now, I'm not a liver and gizzards guy, but I know a lot of people are liver and gizzards people. I'm not. I am, however, their fried chicken with the gravy and mashed potatoes. Oh my God. And then that's every Thursday, and of course Wednesday is wings. And I'm just going to tell you right now, if you've never had them, I can promise you it is well worth it. And of course, I've got a new hat on today. They do have apparel available. Sweatshirts are $35, hats are $25. And I can tell you, man, I love their sweatshirts. I had so many people come up to me at Santa Fe Family Life Center when I was taking money at the gate, or just walking around. People are like, oh, Ned's has apparel. Yes, they have apparel. Just go ask the bartender, and it's right there, and it's usually right above the jukebox, hung on the deer antlers of the sweatshirts. But of course, they're not in this. They're not in season right now. That's why I got the hats. And of course, they have the gray and the blue, gray and the black. They have these yellow and black, which were fantastic. But I already have a gray one that looks a lot like it, so I just went ahead and took this yellow from Ned today. So anyway, it's fantastic. And like I said, if you haven't been here before, you can't miss it. And their brunch, by the way, is just fantastic. But as soon as I get done with the show today, I will be having some wings today and rings, because that's every Wednesday when I'm here. And what we try to do is we rotate. Now tonight we will be at Rococo's tonight for the After the Storm, because remember we're doing the After the Storm show once a week, so we'll be doing that, and we are turning that into a podcast as well, so people will be able to do the podcast. They can listen to the podcast, and we're still trying to decide whether we're going to do the Unpopular Hour as a podcast, but we shall see what's going to happen with that. We haven't quite made up my mind what I'm going to do. But anyway, in NBA news, the Warriors president Bob Myers has stepped down after 12 years and 4 championships. Now what happens? Now we know his son is looking at taking over for the Warriors. Jacob LaCobe, Jake LaCobe's son, is looking at taking over as the new president. And he has been working with them since the very beginning. So I don't know how that's going to translate because of the simple, because you know how it works. I mean, your son takes over or a family member takes over, what ends up happening with the team. So I'm kind of torn to be honest with you, because of the simple fact that it could happen anyway. And Joe McCobe, I mean, who am I to say he's going to be any worse or any less? Simply because, 4 championships later, he's done well with the team. But when Bob Myers is your guy, he's more or less. Now, of course, he did not draft Steph, he did not draft Clay, but he did make all the moves necessary to put them in position to win championships. But that being said, it is time for a regime change. I believe. I think he's seen that his son, his boss, is wanting his son Kyle LaCobe to take over as the new president, and he's been working with him. And so I'm sure he knows the game in his 40s, and he's been doing it for pretty much the whole time, and he's been under him. So I'm sure that he's seen the writing on the wall. I mean, it's just like me. If I own a business, guess what? If my son's going to do what he needs to do, guess what? He's going to take over. So I have zero problems with that. But the question is, the Golden State Warriors are now in a very precarious situation. And what do I mean by that? Because now you have to make some decisions. You just paid Jordan Poole, and then Jordan Poole completely showed his backside. He was just killing it, and then once he got his bag, he just decided, I'm going to showboat, I'm going to this, I'm going to that, had attitude. Well, son, the problem is that's one paycheck. But in order to get your second bag, which is the big bag, which is what we'll talk about right now between Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, what they're getting ready to get, the big bag. In order to get that, dude, you have to act right. And plus, you have to be on the All-NBA team in order to do it. So the question is, do you stay with your old lineup? Do you stay with Draymond, Clay, and Steph for the next couple, 2 or 3 years? Because that's about all they got. Draymond's got 1, maybe 2 years left. So the question is, do you go ahead and you've got Moses Moody and you've got Kuminga and you've got Poole? Do you go ahead and let Clay and Draymond go and keep Clay or keep Steph and then rebuild from there? But you got to have a big man because you're just getting killed inside, which is what happened with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Same thing, we got killed inside. You got to have a big guy inside to handle it. Now, it's okay to play small ball, but at the end of the day, you got to have somebody inside to rebound or you're going to be in trouble. So the Thunder have Chet, and Jay Will did a great job last year, I think, when they did play him, which to me was the whole big thing that I gripe about all the time on After the Storm, my Thunder show, is that you talk about we're being young and you're trying to play for the future, but then your backup center who you got, you don't play him as much. You play all these other guys. And I'm like, well, if you're trying to play that, that's your excuse for playing Lindy Waters. I get that, but then you got a chance to do this. Why didn't you do that? Okay, why didn't you do that? So, but back to the Warriors. To me, if you're going to go young, you need to go young. It doesn't do you any good to pull if you're going to pull the Band-Aid, pull it off. That's what the Thunder did. They said, boom, we're not going to win. Buy Russell, buy Paul George. Let's just pull the Band-Aid off. Buy Chris Paul. Let's get draft picks and redo the deal now. And look what's happened. You've got an SGA. You got Josh. You got J-Dub out of that. So you've got your three-headed monster now 3 years later. But we didn't have a Steph to fall back on. They do. And the other option is, do you stay with these guys and then you trade a Jordan Poole and you get some assets from somebody that's going to allow Jordan to do that. But the problem is Jordan scores 26 points a game with Steph not on the floor. So if he's gone, who's going to give you points when he's not on the floor? Clay has played great this year, played decent this year, coming back from 2 years off. Draymond ain't going to give you anything. He's going to give you some stuff defensively, but he's going to give you all the stupid antics that comes along with him. So people can, dismiss that all they want to, but he does stupid stuff in crucial situations. Now, the question is, what do you do? Now, for me, I just say, Draymond, you're gone. Clay, you're gone. I'm not paying you, Draymond. I'm not paying you top dollar. You're at the end of your career. I'm not doing it. I'll give you 1 year, because remember, this is his last year. He can opt out after this year. He can opt out this year. So to me, Draymond, you go ahead, you opt out if you want to, whatever. I'm going to give you a 1 year extension with the 2-year extension, with the second year being my option on whether I keep you or not. So this year we pay you, next year we pay you. Then after that, we'll decide on what we want to do after a 2-year period. That's what I would do if I'm the Warriors. Or if he tears up his contract, then I say, okay, I'm going to pay you for next year, and then I want a team option, or pay you for 2 years with a team option in the third. That's me. I'm not going to give you no huge $40 million. I'm not giving you that. You're not worth that. You're not worth that. Yeah, you're valuable, but I'm not giving you that. So that's just me. But then you trade a Jordan Poole, and then you get you some assets because you got to have a big man. You got to improve your defense. Your defense was terrible. Now, let's be fair. Wiggins missing 52 games, a lot of it because of family issues at the end of this year hurt the Warriors. But you cannot come back and say the Jordan Poole, Draymond's going to work. You got to get rid of one or the other. You can't lose 30 games on the road and think it's going to get better. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to make a decision on what you want to do right there. Like, to me, Draymond, you're gone. Clay, you're gone. This is over with because we only have a couple years left, and the chances of us making another run are good. But Memphis is going to get better because I promise you, Ja is going to learn his lesson. I'm hoping. Then you turn around and you've got the Kings coming up. You got the Thunder coming up. You've got the Denver Nuggets. They're clearly not going anywhere anytime soon. And I promise you the Lakers are going to make a difference. So the West is just going to be even tougher. And can you rely on an aging Clay, an aging Steph, and them having to play in Draymond, and you're aging? Or do you just go, boom, I got Kuminga, I got Moody, let's do it for the next year or two. Next year, let's get these guys a bunch of experience playing with Steph. Let Steph do Steph stuff. And then the following year, you've got a chance to really decide where you are, maybe get one more pick in this year. So to me, that's what I do. I trade Clay, and Draymond, you do what you want to do. You want to if he opts out, you're gone. If you stay, I'll give you one more year, but I'm not gonna give you a year. I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna get rid of you because I'm gonna keep Poole. But on the other side, I see their point. But if they keep Draymond and get rid of Poole, then all you're doing is in 2 years, what are you going to do? You're going to be in the exact same situation you are now. And the chance that you're going to win a championship in the next 2 years, possibly, but I think your run is done. I think your window has closed. I think everybody else's window, the Nuggets window, the Suns window, the Lakers are going to be back up again. The Thunder are coming. The Kings are right there. Now San Antonio with Wembanyama, they're going to be there. So to me, Golden State, you just got to pull the Band-Aid off and see you later. But we'll see what Kyle LaCobe does now that Bob Myers has stepped down. And then now to the Celtics, to the East. The question is, what do you do now if you're the Celtics? Jaylen Brown, in 3 years, he's going to be making $59 million. Now, remember the new TV deal kicks in, so $59 million is not, that's still a lot of damn money. But at the same time, it's not going to be, Steph is going to, right now, what is it, what's my man's name from Portland? Dame Lillard. He's at 60-something. So, your top guys are going to be making 60 because when SGA comes around, I promise she's going to be at 60-something million. That's where SGA is going to be, at 60-something million. So $59 million is not going to seem like a lot of money there because these guys are going to be in the $60 million a year range for that. Jason Tatum will be up there too. So the question is now, where it stands is $28 million. 31. They're at 28 and 31 now. So you look at 5 years at $318 million. 5 years at $295 million. Now remember, Jason Tatum's is next year, not this year. So the Celtics don't have to make a decision on him. But let's face it, what are the Celtics going to do? They're not going to let go of Jason Tatum. It's not happening under any circumstances. That's like the Thunder letting go of SGA. What? Yeah, no, that ain't happening. So I look at the Celtics. You got to pay Jaylen Brown. You got to pay Jason. Then the question is, what do you do there? You got to keep Marcus. So to me, those three are fine. You got to keep Robert Williams. You got to keep him. The rest of them, Dana White, I like him as a nice role player. But then after that, Grant Williams, he's really slow. He gives you some shots here and there. But to me, Grant Williams is, I'm out on him. And then Al Horford is just getting older. Not still a very good player, but he's just getting older. So the question is, you got young guys in their middle 20s who are ascending. You got to get them some more players to go with them. And you got Marcus, you got Jaylen, you got Jason. Those guys are done. And then you got to come. Marcus is going to be coming up, I think, in 2025. I think, when Marcus comes up. So you got to pay Marcus what you're going to. You're not going to let one of the best defensive players and your point guard and really the heart and soul of your team go. It's not happening. So the Celtics, that's what I think the Celtics have to do when you look at what's available for them and what they need to do. And, when my guy Drew Hinthorn of Husker Drew Picks comes on, we'll have a discussion with him. But I know that right now he's on some roofs right now trying to get as much in as he can before the rain comes. The rain comes. And, of course, over by my house, it rained early. I was driving down the street on Lincoln, and I'm like, wait, what happened? It's raining? When did it rain? Didn't see it. But, of course, the rain came over there. So Drew with DT Construction, and he's one of our sponsors. So we got to get him up and running on his stuff. So when he will be fine. I'm not worried about Drew at all. But hopefully we'll have him on and we can get his breakdown of what he thinks is going to happen. And remember, tomorrow, what a day it's going to be. And why is that? Man, I love my little button that I have. Man, my Stream Deck, I got it at home, but it won't. I tried to make it work yesterday, but it's not working today. But anyway, tomorrow, I can't get it to work on the way. I need to figure that out. But tomorrow, of course, the Heat and the Nuggets play in Game 1 on ABC at 7:30. The Heat and the Nuggets. Man, I saw a deal today. They were talking about the top 20 players in the NBA. And the question is, do you put Jimmy Buckets in there as one of the top 20 players in the NBA? And during the season, he's just an average guy. He just is. But in the playoffs, he's Jimmy Buckets. It's one of the most craziest transformations I've ever seen. And my guy, Gary Vick, my boss over at Santa Fe, he and I were talking about it, and we were laughing because of the simple fact that we were laughing because of the simple fact that when we were talking about Jimmy Buckets and how he just changes and just turns, and that the only person that it reminds me of, except that he played during the year, is Bernard King. I don't know, most of y'all, the old people know who I'm talking about. They played for the Knicks forever. He was just ridiculous. And I go, yeah, he does in the playoffs. But Bernard King played year-round, and Jimmy Buckets just does not, for whatever reason. I don't know why that is, but he just doesn't play year-round. Makes no sense to me why he doesn't do that. But it's going to be a great game. Like I said yesterday when I was talking to Drew, that I think that the Heat, if they're going to steal one, this is going to be the game that they get a chance to get. Now, he thinks it's going to be Game 2. I think it's Game 1. And the reason why I think it's Game 1 is because they've had 9 days of rest, the Nuggets. The Heat are already in playoff form. Every couple of days, boom, they got a couple of days rest. They're ready to go. So to me, they're more in playoff sync and ready to go. And the thing is this, hopefully Gabe Vincent's ankle is going to be better. But they're going to have to be on all cylinders. And I was thinking about the other day, think about the undrafted players they have. Think about their scouting system. Think about their scouts. Gabe Vincent, starter, huge producer, undrafted. Strus, huge, undrafted, huge player. Caleb Martin, huge player. It's unbelievable. But the difference is, and everybody talks about, anybody can do that. No, you have to have the coach, and who can do that. And you've got one of the top 3 coaches, 3 coaches in the league, in Eric Spoelstra. So you got to have the coach first. Then your scouting system definitely has to be there, but it doesn't do you any good to get players in if you can't develop them and they don't fit your system. And what Miami does, they're great at getting guys who fit their style of play in their system. Pat Riley has developed a culture, a style of play, and this is how we're going to play. These are the type of players we need who fit the system that we play, and that's what they do. Now, they are hurting because Victor Oladipo's gone, who can get his own shot at any time. He's gone. And then, of course, Tyler Hero's gone, who is their three-point specialist, 6th man of the year. So you got him, he's gone. But that leaves them with so much more opportunity and so many things that they can do and so many opportunities that they have as a team. But like I said, for them to win, Jimmy Buckets is going to have an issue because he's got 6'10" Aaron Gordon and 6'10" Michael Porter Jr. guarding him. So, but he's going to get his shots. But late in the game, you'll watch him. He doesn't get off as high. He's not jumping as high because his legs are gone. Because he's had to play so many minutes, he's playing so hard. So they're going to be able to get that linked on him. So it's going to be important that he gets to his spot and everybody knows what his spot is, right? Baseline, right-hand side, get your hard dribbling, boom, fade away. He's going to get there. But the problem is with 6'11", and 6'10" guy on you, you're going to have to really, really, really have your shot down to keep them from blocking it. So he's going to have those guys running at him. Now the question is, Bam Adebayo has to do something with Joker. He has to make him play. He has to. If he doesn't make him play, if he doesn't force him to play defense, then they're in a world of hurt. They're in an absolute world of hurt. They're in trouble if he doesn't do that. But I think he will. But if he doesn't, that's basically this is going to be 4 and done. 4-0, 4-1, and out. So he's going to have to make him play, okay? But the difference is coaching, I believe Miami has the edge. Depth, Denver clearly has the edge. More players, Denver clearly has the edge. Will and desire, and been there before, Miami has that. This is Denver's first time there, so there's going to be some jitters there. There's going to be some things they're going to have to figure out as a group on how to get certain things done because they've never been there before, which is what my argument with the Thunder was this year on why we didn't play them more. Because why wouldn't you want to go to the playoffs? You've got Chet sitting here, the second player overall. You're the second coming of whatever. Why wouldn't you want the Thunder? Why wouldn't you want to go to the playoffs? Why wouldn't you want to get your three-headed monster some experience? You know, because if we'd have won those games, 6 or 7 games like I talked about, we would have been 46, 47 wins. So we'd have been 4 or 5 right in there, ranked in there. So where we would have been. You get at least 2 to 3 home playoff games. This place would have been rocking. Oklahoma City would have been going nuts. Your season tickets would have been through the roof, but you wanted one more bite at the apple. One more bite at the apple is what you wanted. Now, I'm not one here to knock Sam Presti because he's a great GM and he's done some. I mean, look at J-Dub. Didn't see that happen. Josh didn't know who the hell that was. Okay? Traded for SGA. So, in the Chris Paul, I believe it was Chris Paul or Paul George, whatever. He traded to get him in. So, I mean, I'm looking at this going, hey, he's done a masterful job lately of getting players in. But he's whiffed on a lot, but who hasn't? You know, we can go down the list of the players he whiffed on. But what he's organized and what he's put together, the core group he has of this young guys under 25 years old, what he has is crazy, or 24 years old. What he has is crazy, the amount of talent we have. So the question is now for us is, what do we need? A big man. Now, there are not Jokic's out there. Okay, that's just not happening. But we don't have a Spoelstra either. Our coach, we need to bounce. I just think he's great as a G League coach. I think he's fantastic building players up. But now that you get him there, now what? Where Spoelstra is great at building players up, and then after he gets there, he knows what to do with them. So this year is going to be huge for the Thunder, and huge for me because I'm going to find out what kind of coach this guy is, because now you ain't got no excuses on losing. You can't say you're trying to get to the – you can't say that now. You know you got a 40-win team. You know that the over-under this year is going to probably be a minimum with Chet, the second coming. It's got to be 40 wins, over-under. But, of course, they'll make it 35 because they think the Thunder overachieved. So they'll be 35, probably and a half, somewhere in there. Now, to me, I'm still the only person. You got all these Thunder shows out here, all these guys who know basketball. Now, one of them picked the Thunder to win 40 games. I'm the only person to do that. I'm the only one that did that. Why? Because I go by what I see. They look at the notes. My eye test tells me everything I need to know. And like the Denver and the Heat game, my eye test tells me everything I need to know. And I'm going to know in game 1 what's going to happen. I can tell you what's going to happen in game 1. I can tell you what the series is going to be. And, of course, we're going to keep you updated on Friday, and we'll give you an update and tell you everything you need to know and give you after. Because, remember, Friday is also we'll be able to talk about hockey because Friday night's hockey, I believe, too. So we'll talk about that with Ben Dillman. So we want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic. If you have any IT needs, any computers to be bought, any networks to be developed or redone and make your office run smooth, if you need software written, they can do that. Or if you need any website designs, hey, Russell and the guys are more than happy to do that. And like I've always said, the thing I like about them is they can remote in. They don't have to come in and disrupt your office. They can remote in and fix individual computers and stuff like that. So they're fantastic. I love them for that. So if you have any IT needs, they are the people. SRB, if you have any engineering, surveying, or planning, they are the people to talk to for that, my guy Mark Long over there. Oak Grove Trucking. Hey, now it's drying up, so my guy Jose, he can go back to work even more. So he'll be happy about that. I know it's been tough sitting around not being able to do anything because of all the rain. So, and then Greg and Max Nafy, appreciate them sponsoring everything I do and keeping me afloat, whether it's my basketball academy, sponsoring kids, or the show. Appreciate Greg and Max for doing that. Y&B, if you have any, Y&B, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They are an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC, and a proud sponsor of us to go out and support minority women and black-owned business in the Oklahoma City area, because you know that we go out and we were at George's Happy Hog yesterday, minority-owned business. By the way, if you haven't been there, it's fantastic. And then, of course, you can pre-qualify online. Oh, you made it. Well. Boy, Steve Williams setting up the karaoke, ready to go here tonight in Ned's. But anyway, you can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com for more details. Or, hey, they're a personal bank. So why can't you stop by the main bank at 401 Elm there in downtown Yukon, or YNB East? They're on the Parkway and 66th. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB, the Parkway, which is on I-40 and Garth Brooks Boulevard. It's actually on Garth Brooks, just south of I-40. You can't miss it, right there in front of Integris Hospital. And then my bank that I always go to is YNB Peoples on 23rd between MacArthur and Rockwell. So you can go by and check out any of those locations. They're fantastic for that. And then, of course, our latest sponsor, DT Construction and Consulting. Hey, my boy Drew Henthorne is up on the roof right now somewhere trying to get all this stuff inspected. If you had hail damage or if you had a leak, hey, he is the guy to talk to about that. And you can contact him at 405-209-4051. That's 405-209-4051. That's DT Construction at DT Construction 2015 at Outlook.com. That's their email, DT Construction 2015 at Outlook. And guess what? They are respectful, local, and loyal. What does that mean? That means basically, hey, if you got an issue, they're not going to be in Colorado somewhere or New York or Florida or whatever. They're going to be right there. If you have a problem, they will come right away and fix it. And they do answer their phone. And that's what the key is, because not everybody answers their damn phone. They don't actually want to talk to you. And, of course, we are at Ned's Starlite Lounge for Wings Wednesday. Wings Wednesday, $1.50 wings, and I'm going to have some just as soon as I get off the air. I'm going to enjoy every bit of that. They are open Tuesday, closed Mondays, clearly. They're open Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. On Thursdays and Fridays from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. so you can get that good feeling in. And then today, of course, they're open to 12, and Steve, my boys, are doing karaoke tonight on Wednesdays. Saturdays, they're open from 10:30 to 2, so you can get that brunch in on Saturday morning and then, have a lot of fun. Saturday night. And then, of course, Sundays, that brunch is fantastic. If you've never made it, dude, you don't even know what you're missing if you're not been here for their brunch. Then, of course, Thursdays, tomorrow's a good idea. I might have to do that. Go in for some fried chicken, liver, and gizzards. Fried chicken. I don't do liver and gizzards. That's not my thing. But every Thursday, fried chicken, liver, and gizzards. A lot of people like it. I know a lot of people love gizzards. I just don't see it. I don't know what they are, and I don't want to know, but I know what liver is, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And then, of course, tomorrow is my basketball camp. Starts tomorrow morning, June 1st and 2nd, 8 to 12. Hey, if your kid wants to come, it's great. But if this is not a day camp, this is not for fun. This is a basketball where we learn how to dribble with either hand. We learn how to shoot. We go full court drills. We do all these kind of things. We do slide drills, and we do a bunch of things that we do. So you can, it's only $155 from 8 a.m. to 12 tomorrow and Friday morning at Santa Fe Family Life Center. And then Saturday, it's going to be a big weekend. Saturday is my OU Pie in the Face. Kat says, I don't know where Kat gets this. If I've ever wronged you, please donate to me to get a pie in the face. Now, right under this picture is what happened the first year. The first picture is me getting ready for Kat to put the pie in my face. The second picture is the pie actually and how big that thing was in my face. And then the third picture is the final, and I'm just going to tell you right now, she had like over over a case of whipped cream and that nasty OU symbol on it. And then on top of that, I had to hear that stupid song. Freaking hate that song. But anyway, Saturday evening, June 3rd at Catch Tavern, they come up and watch me get a pie and face. And here is the QR code and donate. Now, if you can't make it, guys, go ahead and donate because all proceeds will go towards the purchase of adaptive sports gear for handicapped kids in wheelchairs. And what we're going to be buying is, I saw the coolest thing. They have these wheelchair treadmills where the kids roll up on the treadmills and they lock the wheels in and they can spin them. Love the idea of that. It's fantastic. And then we're going to give them medicine balls that have handles on them. Not the regular medicine balls that we use, but medicine balls with handles. And then weighted bars. Instead of them using dumbbells, they use weighted bars. That way they can keep their balance and don't have to worry about falling out of their chairs. So anyway, it's just fantastic, and it's something that if you can't make it, by all means, guys, remember, it doesn't matter. You don't have to come and watch me get humiliated by putting that nasty OU pie in my face. You can come and just be able to donate. So go ahead and donate. I think we're raising $5,000. I think we've raised a little over $1,000 thus far. So, hey, by all means, come in and jump in, all you OU fans. Y'all talk about how great it is and how, a lot of y'all don't like me and how you want to do stuff when you're younger to me. Now, here's your opportunity to watch me get pied in the face. And please, make your donation, $10, $25, $50, $100, $200, $1,000, whatever it is that you want to do, go ahead and donate that to the cause. Now, I thought my guy Drew Henthorne of HuskerDrewPicks.com would be on by now, but like I said, him and DT Construction and Consulting, he's probably on some roofs because he told me yesterday that he's going to have a couple of roofs that he was going to have to get on today before the rain came so that he can get inspected and get them done and get them all set up, because I know that he's done 20 or 30 roofs or 15 roofs or something. He's done a bunch. But, hey, he's good. He's loyal. Most of all, he's local. And on top of that, hey, you can call the guy back. He answers his phone. And he's going to fix whatever issue you have, because what do you have? All you have is your reputation when it comes to stuff like that. So that being said, here are his picks for today. He's doing a 16 parlay. I was like, man, what are you doing? 16 parlay. Okay. Anyway, he's doing the Braves, taking the money line minus 237. And the Pirates, he's doing the Pirates. Again, money line. He's taking all the favorites. I see that at minus 232. Dodgers, he's taking the Dodgers as well, 232. The Astros at minus 176. The Phillies at 115. The Braves at 189. Is that right? I don't think, maybe I messed that up. I think I put the Pirates in there wrong. I think they're at a different deal. I don't think that the Pirates are there. I think the Pirates are, minus 104. That's right, because I messed that up. The Pirates are minus 104. The Dodgers are minus 232. So the Pirates are 104. Sorry about that. I messed that up, Drew. My bad. You've got the Phillies in there at 115. The Stros at money line at 176. Yeah, I got that. I got this. Oh, yeah, I got that in there right. And then the Rays at minus 139. So that's what he's got. And then, of course, he's taking the Pirates and the Marlins in the under for 8.5 minus 110. So that's what Drew's got for today. And I don't know where he's at. He should be here telling us all about this. But, of course, hey, DT Construction and Consulting comes first. You got to make your money and what you do before you get to come on and be the gambling guru that he is. Because Guru, he's been on fire lately doing the things that he needs to do. What is it? So anyway, he's doing great. But if you got any needs, remember DT Construction and Consulting. Look him up. He's fantastic for that. Now, in NFL news, man, we got a lot going on today. I'll tell you what, it's been fun. Tomorrow's going to be really crazy because we've got baseball, we've got NBA tomorrow, and then on Friday we've got soccer and softball, and we're going to talk more about that here in just a minute. NFL news, what a shocker. Hey, Steve, are you a Patriots fan? Oh, good. He's one of these. He's like me. We're not Patriots fans. What a shocker. They've been penalized for 2 OTA days for violating NFL rules, for coaches scheduling players to spend more time at facilities than permitted. Wait a minute. Oh wow! Wait, hold on. Let me put this on my face real quick. Oh my God! The Patriots got caught cheating. Oh, wait, what? The Patriots? No, the Patriots would never cheat, would they? He's the greatest mind of all time. What is he always doing though? He's always pushing the envelope. Bill Belichick is always. But anyway, 2 days. I mean, that's not that big of a thing, but it really is. And he got suspended. And let's face it, Robert Kraft is kind of in a situation. He's let Bill run the organization. Hey, he's got 6 rings. He's about to do. He's want to be the all-time coach, and I think once he gets the all-time coaching mark for wins, I think Bill Belichick is going to retire. I think that's what he's holding on for, is to get that. The question is Robert Kraft going to do that? Now, one of the things I saw today on a deal was, do you think the Patriots are going to finish last in their division? Is that an over or under? Now, remember, they have the Bills, they have the Jets, they have the Dolphins in their division. Now, remember, Tom Brady got to so many Super Bowls because he had the Bills who were terrible. He had the Dolphins who were terrible. And he had the Jets who were terrible. So he was guaranteed 4 to 5 wins, almost a minimum of 3. But he's guaranteed 3 to 4, might be 5 wins every season because of his division. Unlike Patrick Mahomes, who has the Raiders and the Jets, he has the Raiders, he has the Chargers, and he has the Broncos. But what does he do? He does what he does because he is ridiculous. So, that being said, the Patriots, 2 OTA days. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? What's going to happen with that? To me, it's really simple. The Patriots are the Patriots. But the over-under of them finishing last in their division, what do you think? Over-under. Over-under. Patriots finishing last.
Over.
Think they'll be? You don't think they'll finish? You think they will, right?
No, they won't finish last.
So who do you think? The Jets or the Dolphins or the Bills? That's who's in their division.
All right, let me rethink this.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, think about that, bro. I mean, that's
No.
and you have the worst quarterback of the group. You have the worst skill set of the group. You're the best probably coach in the group, no doubt. You probably have the best defense. You're the best defensive mind, so I'm gonna give you the best defense. Maybe. No, I'm gonna give that to the Jets.
Change my answer.
Okay. Then we're joined by my man, High Stick Harry, Ben Dillman. What's up, brother? Are you there, Ben?
Oh yeah, sorry, buddy. What's going on?
Nothing. Over under
How's
on
it
the
going?
good. Over under on the Patriots finishing last in the division. That's where we're at right now.
Man, I think they got to. I mean, it depends on the Tua situation, but if Tua doesn't play, I got the Dolphins finishing last. But if Tua does play, I got Patriots finishing last.
Yes. I mean, I think they
I
got.
think Aaron Rodgers will beat just a couple of them. I think, and then can't count out the Bills. Obviously, I think they're the best team by far.
Yeah, well, I don't know about by far, but they're pretty good. They're going to be really good with that. And then of course, the Bengals. Here they go again. Tyler Boyd says they've won up the Chiefs by signing Orlando Brown. Why are they continue to give the Chiefs bulletin board? Everybody goes, well, they beat the Chiefs. I go in the regular season. Chiefs just won the Super Bowl. What good does it do you to win it? Okay, if you beat me every year in the season and I win the playoffs and I win a Super Bowl, hey, by all means, beat me every time. Don't you agree,
Exactly.
man? Beat me every time. If in hockey, if you beat me during the regular season and then I beat you in the playoffs and I win the Stanley Cup, beat me every year in the playoffs. Yeah, man, you sure did, yeah.
That's what happened with the Stars. They swept the Knights this year, and then in the regular season, and they got beat.
They got beat handily. My Stars got beat up, man.
Yep.
Beat up. But anyway.
But yeah, no, I do like that signing though for the Bengals. I think that's going to be great.
Yeah, but Orlando Brown, dude, he was the reason why the Chiefs got rid of him was because he really was not that great this last year. And the problem with him is the year before, the Chiefs offered him a big, huge contract. He did not take it, wanted more money. And then last year, the Chiefs go, yeah, you should have took that money. And then he ended up signing for less than what the Chiefs offered. Because he found out he wasn't really worth it.
He screwed around. Just got to take the bag sometimes.
Yep, he should have took the bag, but his arrogance, his dad, whoever his agent is, it's kind of like Schroeder. The Lakers offered him $84 million. What did he make over the last 3 years? 14, 18, something like that.
Yeah,
20,
so much. He made so much money.
Yeah, no, he lost so much money.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, but he was going to make a ton of money.
Yeah, he turned all that down because he thought he was worth more. And then the Jets running back, Priest Holmes, or Priest, what's his name? Priest? It's not Priest Holmes. What's his name?
Edwards Hilaire.
No. The Jets.
Oh, for the Jets. Oh man, I don't know off the top of my head.
Man, my mind just went blank. Anyway, he's supposed to be back by week 1. He just tore his ACL. What do you think about that? Do you think that's
Brees Hall?
Brees Hall.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a massive come up for them. I mean, they're gonna be scary to watch next year. I think they just got to figure out that offensive line a little bit. If everything runs okay with that, because I know they had an injury last year. If everything goes good there, I think it should be fine. I think Aaron's. I mean, with him obviously at OTAs, that's great for great news for them, and he has some familiar faces already there with him. So I think they're going to be solid. I think that team's going to be hard to beat.
I think they're going to be better than what people think.
That
They're going to be hard.
Stacked
oh,
too.
dude, they got everybody coming back. They added to it, and he's got receivers. He's got some guys. I mean, they're young, but they can play. And I think that once they understand his terminology, and I told people that's why by the time I think with them and the Chiefs, I wanted them to play about the 4th or 5th game in the year because I wanted it early. When both teams were pretty healthy and both teams have had a chance to figure out their players, which, of course, what are they in game 5 or 6 when they play each other or something like that? So it's going to be real interesting to see. It's going to be good. It's going to be real good. I'm interested to see how that is. Now, you missed yesterday. We did an NFC North yesterday. You missed doing the – what did we do yesterday? We did the Vikings yesterday and the Packers. So today we're doing the Lions and the Bears. The Bears. Now,
the Bears.
Yeah, the Bears. Now, Detroit is over under. I can't see what that is. My mind just.
9.5.
Good. Can you see it?
Yep. Over under 9.5.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what that is.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ben.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Detroit, I mean, they took a bad straw. They have to play that Chiefs, and all that stuff. So that's going to be rough. But they got a lot of luck with the Packers, losing pretty much everybody. You don't really know what's going to happen for the Bears.
Yeah, the Lions, I'm interested to see what's going to happen there. I really am.
I like the program they got going there.
Yeah, well, let's kind of go through it, and you can tell us what you think about it.
Program they got going there.
Let me see. Tell us what you think about it. Okay, the first game is at the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think that's a loss.
Loss?
Yeah.
Okay. Then Seahawks home.
It's at home. Seahawks. I think that's
Is Geno cooking? What is Geno doing?
He's gonna be sitting out that week. I just like the Lions. I think they're gonna come out hot.
So that's a win.
Yeah.
Man, look at you, Drew. Falcons home.
That's a win.
That's got to be a win. I agree. Now at the Packers.
That's a win.
See, I got that as being a loss. I think they're going to lose that one. That's just me. But you got them as a W. Okay.
Yep.
So I've got 2 losses. You have 1. Panthers home.
That's a win.
At Buccaneers.
Win.
Look at you. At the Ravens.
Loss.
I was going to say, that's got to be an L. Raiders at home.
Yeah. Raiders at home. I'll give them an L or a win there.
You giving a win? Okay.
Yeah, it's at home.
Yeah. At Chargers.
I'm at 6-2. Yeah, I'm at 6-2 right now.
Yeah,
going to the Chargers, that's a loss. So 6-3.
Bears at home.
I think they'll trade off. They'll go 1-1. So
that's a win.
We'll give them
a win at home. Okay, at the Packers at home, you get you. So
I think it's another win. Yeah.
See, I got them. I'm splitting that. I got them winning and losing the first one. At the Saints.
That's a loss.
Yeah. Bears at the Bears.
Yes, and I'll give that a loss. And
yeah,
the other one win.
I agree. Broncos at home.
That's a win.
Vikings at the Vikings.
Ooh, at the Vikings. I think they'll trade off with the Vikings. So I'll just give them a loss.
And that's a noon game too. It's early, so I'm gonna give them.
Give that a loss.
Yeah. Then at the Cowboys.
That's another loss, and then I think they'll win against the Vikings at home.
So I've got them 10-7, and you have them 12-5. 11 and
I got them
6.
9-6. Or wait, no, I got
11
them
and 6.
10-7 as well.
10 and 7. That's what I got them. I got a 10 and 7. That's what I have them. The
That
Bears,
line's tough. That 9.5 line's tough right
isn't
there.
it?
Yep.
But I think they'll be just because I think, the whole thing is people are going to know about them and know what to expect. So that's why I'm saying, I'm going,
Yep.
it's going to be a little tight. Okay, the Bears. Okay, Packers. Home.
I think they'll trade with the Packers here, so I'll give them a win at home.
I agree with you that they're going to win at home. At Buccaneers.
I think that's a win.
You don't have no confidence in Baker, man?
No, man, I like Baker. I just don't. There's not much left there. That franchise knows skin and bones at this point. They got to redo. Everything needs to
They're
be
trying to
overhauled.
get next year. They're looking for Caleb.
Yep, they need to do something.
Yep. At the Chiefs, L.
Oh, yep.
Okay, Commanders at Commanders.
Yeah, we got the Broncos right before that. I'll give those both wins. I have no faith in Russ.
You don't? None? Wow.
And then Commanders, that they're in trouble too. I think that's a win against the Commanders.
Yep. Vikings.
That'll be a lot. Oh, at home, I'll give them a win at home.
Yep. Raiders. Home.
Oh man, that's kind of tough. I'm gonna give them a loss there.
Yep, me too. And at the Chargers.
Loss.
At Saints.
Loss.
Panthers home.
Win.
At Lions.
At the Lions, that's a loss.
Yes. At Vikings.
I'll put that a loss.
Lions at home. Wow, Lions 2 out of 3 weeks. Wow.
The Lions at home, I think they'll trade one, so I got to give them a win there if they lost.
I agree.
Yeah.
Browns at Browns.
Loss.
I agree. Cardinals and then the Falcons.
Yep, I'll give those both wins.
And then, Kyler will be back by then, though.
Yeah, I don't care.
Dang, man. The legs got you a little tough up, man. Did you get sunburned or something, man? You're a little tough today.
Couple quarterbacks I don't care about.
I can see that. God dang, man. And then the Packers at Packers.
Yeah, I'll give the Packers a win there. Just I think they'll trade 1-1 with them.
Yeah, see, I've got them 9 and 8. You have them what?
I got same thing. I got 10 and 7.
Yeah, because they're over under 7.5.
And that'll be way overachieving. But it's just a couple of these quarterbacks for some of these teams. Like I don't trust anything about the Falcons. But then I don't trust Russell. I don't trust Deshaun. I don't trust Kyler. So
I trust
Deshaun
and I trust Russell under Sean.
I like Sean Payton over there. Yeah, I think
that's the only reason why I did that. That's the only reason why I took him like that, because I'm like, I've got to do that. I mean, I've got to throw that in there.
Once I see it, I'll believe it. But I'm okay with losing my money or losing a little bit of stuff on that.
Well, but we're going to know more. We're going to, right before the season, we're going to go back and do all these right before the season. After we've had a chance to really look at everybody, then that's when we're going to really sit down and go, okay, what do we really, really think? Now, Saturday, the Panthers at the Knights. Now, we had a discussion about it yesterday, man. Man, or was it the other day? Man, the G9, but the Panthers, dude, they're like on a mission or something. I don't know. How do you go against them?
Yeah, they're playing they're just playing sound team hockey right now. I mean, and Bobrovsky's playing unbelievable. And they're led by Kachuk over there. Barkov's coming back healthy a little bit, so everything's looking good. And if you look at them, they just look like a team, like you said, on a mission. I mean, they're big, bearded. They go in the corners and they screw you up. In front of the nets, they hit. I mean, they're a big bad team right now, and they're getting plenty of production offensively. And I think they're doing good. I mean, the Knights, I think, are a little bit more of a deeper team. And I would go ahead and I'd say that the Panthers probably have a better back end, a better defense, but I think I'd give the Knights better forwards. And then right now I'm putting, the Panthers, I'd say they have the better goaltending.
Right. I just
even though Aiden Hill did have that shutout in that game 6 there against the Stars. So I mean he looked good, but I'm still going to give the edge to Bobrovsky.
Yeah, I want the G Knights to win, to be honest with you, but the Panthers are just, they're almost on a mission. But the question is, can you continue to keep beating number one seeds or seeds that are higher than you? Can you continue to do that?
Sometimes when you're getting all the puck bounces, everything's going the right way. It just takes, like, you've seen some of the goals just bounce off a skate the wrong way. Sometimes it just goes your way. And the other teams, there's nothing they can do about it. And that's just kind of what it seems like the Panthers are doing. They're getting every bounce. Every call seems to go their way. They had some overturned goals against against the Carolina Hurricanes that killed them. They couldn't put the puck in the net. So sometimes you just got the luck. So just keep drinking that Space Jam juice. Keep chugging that stuff and keep it going.
Space Jam juice. Well, watching movies this weekend when you was at the lake.
Oh yeah,
Space Jam.
You know what I
Which
mean?
one? One or two? One or two?
First one. I won't watch the second.
Dude, that reminds me. How about LeBron now all of a sudden putting a movie out?
Yeah.
My deal with him is, dude, if you're the greatest, why are you promoting yourself?
That's what I'm saying. I'm sure
You're
pitched it
promoting
too.
yourself.
It's different. Yeah, it's different whenever you get asked to do things. But I'm pretty sure he probably promoted himself.
Oh, there's no doubt he paid for it. Jordan didn't pay for his deal,
No.
and nobody pays for their stuff. I mean, I'm like, why don't you let somebody do one for you? But since everybody's got one out, you thought, oh, well, I'm playing right now. Let me go ahead and do. People they already have their minds made up about you. You're not changing anybody's mind. They've already everybody's already decided either you are or you aren't.
And he's got a good he has a good argument. So I mean, he needs to just let that be and let everybody just debate it forever. He doesn't need to try and.
But he does. It's like him crowning himself. I'm like, why are you crowning yourself?
I hate that. That was my
why are you
least
crowning
favorite
yourself,
thing I've
bro?
ever seen in my entire
really?
life.
You crowned yourself. Are you serious?
Yeah, it's different if one of your boys come up and act, throw it on you. Like that's kind of like that.
And you're in LA. And you're in LA. That's a slap to Kareem.
I know.
I mean,
And I know he's King James. I get it. I mean, I'm not saying I think he's amazing, but he just makes a few decisions. I'm just like, oh.
Because it was like, what was I listening to? Somebody, and they were talking about how Mahomes is. I was like, not crowning himself. I don't want to do this. But it's all about the team. But Patrick, you can afford to take less. You're making $20 million off the field, but why are you making $20 million? Because you're winning.
Yep, and Burrow's doing the same thing.
But no. But the whole thing with Burrow is Mahomes don't have Higgins and Chase.
Oh yeah,
he ain't got that.
He's got those young weapons.
But he ain't got those. He ain't got that.
No.
Now he does have Travis, okay, but he ain't got them. And so Burrow, the question is, when you only have one of them, then what you gonna do?
Yeah, I've heard a couple. I've already seen some of his stuff in the last couple of years. He was trying to do a little bit more of a team friendly. I think he's starting to read the book that Mahomes is writing.
Right. Well, clearly. Look at Jalen Hurts.
How you win?
Did you see that deal where they're going to owe Jalen Hurts? And I think it's 2029. I think it is. Ben, they're going to owe him $90 million.
Ooh. That hurts.
$90 million is what they're going to owe Jalen Hurts in 20. I think it's 2029. $90 million. Now, of course, they're not going. It's not going. It's not going to be that because right now I think the Chiefs owe Patrick Mahomes in 2026. I think it's 2026. They owe him $60 million. But he's worth it. But Jalen Hurts ain't worth. Patrick Mahomes, I love him. He ain't worth $90 million.
I think Jalen's. I don't think Jalen's like top. I don't know. I would put him in like the top 5 talent wise, but I think he's a great quarterback.
Yeah, but your top 5 being, don't you have to put him in? Let me see. Now, you got Mahomes, you got Burrow, you got Josh. Don't you have it? Rodgers.
I still have
Herbert,
Rodgers in there.
Herbert.
Yeah, and I just think Herbert's a better, I think he's a better passer of the football.
So he's 6. So he'd be 6.
I think, I'd put, he's 6 on my list, but he's just not in my top 5. And, after Rodgers retires, he'll jump right in there.
So who do you have? Who's your top 5?
So if I'm going top 5 from top to bottom,
5,
I'm going Mahomes, Allen, and then I guess if I'm debating between those 3, I'd probably still put Rodgers 3rd, and then I'd put Burrow 4th, and then I got Herbert at 5, and then I got Hurts right at 6. I think he's a great quarterback.
Man, yeah, that's tough. Yeah, that's kind of
I
tough,
think
isn't it?
Herbert just is mismanaged by coaching. I don't think it's usually not him. He
Well,
gets done in a terrible clock
but
management.
now with his coach, what do you think he's going to do? I'm interested to see what's going to happen now,
That's
don't
what
you?
me too. Me too. I'm really interested about that Chargers team. They're gonna look really good. I
I mean,
think.
because to me, the Cowboys. I mean, I know Drew's he's one of them, but I'm like, man, to me, getting rid of him, McCarthy,
That's
you're gonna.
tough.
I mean, you got
You put so
Schottenheimer and
much into it.
McCarthy calling plays for the Cowboys now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I know Drew's high on him, and I just don't know, man. I just don't know,
And
man.
I
I
think
really
I
don't.
think a couple years ago, I put Deshaun in there, but he has to prove it to me now. Like now he's come out and proved something. And same with Russell. They just got to come prove themselves. And once they do, I think then they might jump in that mix, the top five. But for me, I think that's pretty set.
Yeah, I agree. I agree
And
100%.
Rodgers and Burrow, you could probably trade them to around 3 and 4. I mean, Rodgers getting a little older, and Burrow's awesome. I think he's a talent.
Yeah, and then yesterday, of course, we were talking about OU and OSU in baseball.
Oh yeah,
Because tomorrow, tomorrow is crazy, dude. Tomorrow, Friday is, tomorrow OSU. We said, what is in softball? Does OSU play tomorrow? No, they all play. Was it tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's it's softball. I just stuck baseball over. Tomorrow's softball, though, right?
yeah. I believe it's softball tomorrow because I
Yeah,
was
softball
when I was at the lake, I
tomorrow's
was looking
softball.
at it.
Thursday is softball, and I had it back. Thursday is softball, but Thursday that lineup I told people, dude, game one, number 4 Tennessee against 5 Alabama. Then you
That's
got
gonna
number
be
1 OU against number 9 Stanford. Then you got number 3 Florida State against number 6 OSU, and then you got number 7 University of Washington versus number 15 Utah. I mean, those middle games, everybody's going to be at 2:30 and 7 o'clock. I mean, let's face it. Isn't that true?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to go at least catch one game.
Yeah,
I say it every year, but I'm definitely going to go this time. The weather's pretty good still. I mean, I know the rain's supposed to be coming in this week, but it's going to be nice. And I've always been trying to go, so I haven't been in a few years, so I need to go out there.
I told Drew he needs to take the girls.
I think they'd love it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, because
Man,
tomorrow.
they're like the European Soccers out there. They're chanting the whole time, having a great time.
Oh
So
yeah,
I mean,
it's
it's
crazy,
good.
dude. It's the atmosphere. That's why when people talk about moving from Oklahoma City, I'm like,
Don't do it.
okay, when you look at the Big 12 baseball in Arlington, I'm like,
That was
I
sad.
don't. It's sad, dude. It's not even. It's. I mean, you know what I'm saying, Ben?
It's just not. Yeah,
it's
you just don't
sad,
want.
man.
It's supposed to be a celebration, not like
I mean,
a
you
downer.
got a huge stadium, 50, 60, whatever it is, and you got like 12,000 people there, and you took it
Yeah,
away from
I think
Oklahoma
yeah,
City.
you
I
put it
just
in a
don't.
smaller. Yeah, just put it in a smaller area.
I don't understand it. I mean, it's been forever in Oklahoma City. It's been fantastic, but for whatever reason, they want to get rid of Oklahoma City. You didn't want baseball, so it's gone. You didn't put basketball here, which was stupid because all you had to do is walk across the street. Every 3 years, you do
Oh,
Kansas
it's
City,
great.
you do Dallas, you do Oklahoma City. And Oklahoma City was the best because you watch when it was at the Ford Center, you watch men's, and then you walk literally across the street to watch women's.
Yep.
Across the street. And they haven't had the same attendance. I mean, yeah, now granted the venue is bigger.
I used to go to that every year with my dad.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, dude. We just walk across the street and watch girls and boys. We were there all day, the whole weekend. Girls and boys, girls and boys, girls and boys. Randy, right now, go to girls, go to
Good
boys,
time.
go to girls. It's all we did.
Oklahoma City's pretty set for that kind of stuff. Like it doesn't need to be such a massive event. Like don't have like a massive race or anything here. Just have massive sporting event, but have something that we can fill because our arenas aren't huge.
No, they're not huge, but
So
you know
it's
what?
like,
To be honest, do you know our basketball arena is bigger than the Warriors?
oh
Did you
yeah,
know that?
I know. Yeah, I know ours.
Now it's
I
only
know our
about a couple of hundred people. So don't
but
let
still,
me get
that's
it
crazy.
twisted. It
I wonder
ain't
how
like
much
it's a
difference
lot.
ticket prices are. Yeah, ticket prices got to be a little different.
Yeah,
too.
ticket price is a little different there going to a Warriors game versus a Thunder game. It's a little different, just a little bit different in that. So I'm just going. Did you hear about my deal about the Warriors? You know how the Bob Myers stepped down.
Yep, I saw that. If it was 12 seasons or something like that.
Yeah, 12 seasons, 4 championships. But the question,
Man, good.
because his son is getting ready to take over. Lacobe's son
Oh,
is getting ready to take over.
so he'll be advising them.
Well, no, he's been there under his wing the whole time.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's
And
not like he's not. It's not like he doesn't know what he's doing. He knows what he's
good
doing,
for his son too.
but his son has been there the whole time and learning.
Mm-hmm.
But as we know, when you change over father to son, I mean, the Yankees did well because Steinbrenner
Yeah.
they won a World Series, but for the most part, when father to son, does it really? Let me see.
Maybe for certain, like I mean, for being a GM, maybe a little better, because then I mean, you're going to use all your dad's contacts. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
you already know all the guys and everything. So,
well, but you still got to make the right decisions. I mean,
oh yeah,
because you look at
100%.
Clark Hunt.
Still have to, still got to pull the trigger at the
Yeah.
right time and do
Well, like
everything correct.
the
But
Chiefs, Clark Hunt took over from his dad. Clearly, he's done really well taking over
yeah,
his dad. But for the most part, when a son takes over, that doesn't necessarily mean success. Now, I think with the Cowboys,
I was about to bring that up.
when I think the Cowboys, I think Steven will do better than his dad because let's face it, his dad's ego got in the way. Who
Yeah,
knows how many championships they'd have won had his ego not gotten in the way?
I agree with
I mean,
that.
it's
And
sad.
then another one is Bill Belichick with his son Steve. Is it Steve Belichick?
Yep.
His son that coaches with him doesn't he? I
Now
think he's
remember,
going to take over at some point.
Robert Kraft's son is president, so Robert Kraft's son
Yep,
is already slid in there. So
yep.
yeah,
So
we'll
it'll
see.
be, but yeah, it'll be interesting if they're New
I
England
don't
or
think
Bill.
Bill Belichick's son is going to be coach,
No, I don't either. I think he'd be more of an assistant GM or
GM,
maybe
something
hold
like
like a
that. Yeah,
different role.
yeah.
But
Keep
I
him.
mean, I think he's capable of coaching, but I don't think he'd be a good head coach
Yeah.
necessarily.
So we've got
And
some.
maybe I could be wrong.
Yeah. So tomorrow we've got NBA basketball and
Yep.
we've got softball.
Who do you like in that series?
I'm gonna really say tomorrow, but right now my mind says uh, Denver, and my heart says Heat.
Yep. I think if
But
I'm looking at the like lineups and going through everything, like I think just Denver's and they have. I mean, I know you have to, beat them at home one time, but
yeah,
still, I mean, they do have 4 home games compared to the 3, and then I just think the Joker's still the best player on the planet, so it's going to be hard to do that. But I think I love watching the Heat play, and I love their tenacity, and I don't know, I love watching Jimmy playoffs.
yeah, Jimmy buckets.
Yep, he's the man. So yeah, I like.
Now, Ben, what
I
we're
mean,
gonna do?
I'm
By
gonna
the
have
way,
to lean. Yeah.
tomorrow we're gonna do the top 20 players because I saw that today they did the top 20 NBA players, and I had an issue with Jimmy Butler because really
Yeah.
during the year he ain't one of the top 20 players in the league during the year,
No,
but in the
definitely not.
playoffs he's top 3, 5. But during the year, so do you discount that and take it away and saying, well, where are you the other 82 games or 70
Yeah.
games or how many games you play? Do
I
you
mean,
count
he'll
him
have a
in?
good game here and there, but he's usually just kind of like middle of the
But do you count him as one of the top 20?
not during the regular season, but when you play like that in the playoffs, you're
I
at
know,
least number
but
20.
Ben, we're talking about
You're
top
at
20
least sitting at
players.
20. Yeah, I know. But your playoff is more important than the regular season to me.
I agree, but you got to play during the year to get you to the damn playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. But I think that's what he's doing all year because he's their leader. I mean, it's pretty easy to see. But I mean, they're a bunch of great role players and they don't have big egos. They just want to get out there. There's a bunch of dogs, man.
Yeah, they are.
They
But you know
they
what?
get
They got
get
3.
after it.
They have 3 undrafted players.
Yeah, yeah. That's why they're like that.
I mean, it's crazy,
That's,
dude. They
that's
do.
why they're playing like that.
Well,
Because they're dogs. They'd earn that.
I think they do a great
They didn't get
job.
those big deals.
They do a great job of saying, okay, Pat Riley, here's our system. Here's our coach. This is what the players he needs to make him successful. Here's our game plan. And that's what they do. They insert players that fit that. And I was talking about the Thunder. The Thunder.
I mean,
the
Spoelstra's
Thunder,
probably the best coach in the league.
Yeah, he's one of the top 2, 3. There's
Yeah,
no question.
top cup. Yeah, top
Yeah,
couple.
it's a slim. It's not a long list. And we did yesterday. We did the top coaches. There's still 2 positions or 3 positions available. The Suns are still available.
Yep.
And who else is still available?
Not the Raptors. There's
Raptors are still available, and let me see. Houston's taken care of. Houston's taken care of. Sixers are taken care of. The Rockets are taken care of.
the Bucks just signed
The Bucks are taken care of.
Yep.
So it's the Suns, it's the Rockets. I mean, the Suns, the Raptors, and who is the other one? The Suns, the Raptors.
Not the Mavericks.
Man, the Suns, the Raptors. Man, who is it?
It was a playoff team. Suns, Raptors,
Pistons.
Pistons.
Suns, Raptors, and Pistons. That's who it is.
Yeah, it's Pistons.
Playoff team, not a playoff team, Ben.
Not a playoff team. Yeah.
Playoff teams have all gotten there.
I always confuse them and the Sixers in my head mentally.
Well, the whole thing with the Suns, they've got to figure out who they want. And like they were talking about Mike Budenholzer, I'm like, he's not going. I mean, he worked with Giannis, but Kevin Durant and Booker, yeah, I don't see that happening. Do you?
No,
I don't see that happening at all. I'm saying I'm sorry.
I don't think that works.
I don't think it works either. I really don't. I don't think it works. Anyway, brother, all right, you got anything else?
Nah, man, I think that's about it.
All right, I appreciate you, my friend. And tomorrow we're gonna remember to put in your top 20, so that gives you 24 hours to think about it. Man,
All
we
right,
don't have
so
any
I'll
game.
get
What do we
going.
have? What do we have sports wise? We don't have nothing sports wise tonight at all. Except baseball.
Just baseball, and then I don't know.
Well, Drew is happy.
Oh yeah, he's pumped. That's
You
why
and
he
I-
got that little parlay going. He's like, I gotta get.
Did you see that 16 parlay? I'm like, man,
Yeah, there you go.
He took all winners, but come on, bro.
There,
Man,
good
okay.
time.
Okay. Anyway, I messed up on one of his parlays, so he got me in there. But you at least know which one it was. I messed up, put in the wrong number in there. Because he put it, I didn't do it until we got here. He sent it to me when I was on my way here to Ned's. So I'm sitting there, I was in a hurry trying to get on the show and get everything done by the time I got it from him. So anyway, brother, appreciate you.
Yes, sir, brother. I'll talk to you later. Cheers.
All right, I'll see you. I'll probably see you tonight. Come smoke a cigar.
Yeah, I'll be up there.
Okay, that's my guy Ben Dillman, High Stick Harry, giving us his insight and doing his normal thing. Appreciate him. And then, of course, Ned and Lindsay, we want to thank them for coming on to allowing us to be here today. I finally get to eat my wings. Now that the show is over with, I can order me some wings and rings and get some food in me and get ready for the evening and listen to my boy Steve. Yo, bro. Look at you, almost set up there, aren't you? Are we going to have a cocktail? Okay, we're going to have a cocktail. So anyway,